everybody. Welcome to a messy episode of How to Be a Texan. We're going to talk trashy today.
Aren't they all kind of messy?
Well, today's going to be especially
Even
messy.
more messy?
Yeah, because we're going to mess with Texas
No!
today. No, we would never mess
can't
with
mess
Texas.
with Texas.
We're not going to mess with Texas. I'd never do that.
Oh, man.
You know what, though? Texas was a messy state before 1985.
Yeah, it was.
Bunch of hogs.
People were throwing crap out the windows.
Well, that was just what you did.
Yeah.
You didn't even think twice about keeping things clean. You just drive down the freeway and then just chunk your Whataburger drink out. It's all good.
Yeah.
Somebody will pick it up.
Right.
I don't know who somebody was, but prisoners? I don't know.
Randy White and Too Tall Jones.
Armadillos that eat it. What do Randy White and Too Tall Jones have to do with anything?
They did one of the ads where they were, we could talk about when you get into the campaign, but they did one of the ads. So It's Randy White, Too Tall Jones, and they're walking down the road picking up trash. And they're like, and they do the whole thing about don't mess with Texas. And Too Tall Jones, he raises up a piece of paper at the end. He's like, if somebody wants to mess with Texas, I got a message for them.
Oh, yeah.
And then Randy White takes a can and looks at the screen and crushes it with his bare hands. He's like, I got a message, but I got to deliver it in person.
Oh, that's so great.
And then it ends with don't mess with Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So
great.
They were a bunch of legendary guys who have been involved over the years.
Oh, yeah.
It still goes on every year.
It still goes on. No, it's good. Hey, the point is we wanted to talk about the Don't Mess with Texas campaign. Mm-hmm. And it's not this, Kevin and I have said this a bunch, like Stanford coming to the Cotton Bowl or whatever. And
they messed with Texas.
They messed with that was the Alamo Bowl down in San Antonio,
yeah.
And they came a couple years ago. And
they littered. That's what we were saying.
We should have put a tattoo on their forehead. But regardless, this slogan came up, and it was attributed to a company, Tim McClure and Mike Blair, and a group called GSD&M, which is a marketing firm. And anyway, this was back in 1985, so not that long ago.
No.
I mean, so this is when you and I were in high school, and we were just living the trashy life at the time. But it was brilliant because I think you and I have talked about this before, and I said it was back in the day of Bill Clements. That's not right. Bill Clements was, I think, governor in the 70s. But it was 1985 whenever the Texas Department of Transportation came up with this marketing campaign using these two guys, Mike Blair and Tim McClure. And, man, it's a good one because
okay, before you go on, do you know who was the governor in 1985?
My guess would be Ann Richards, but I don't know that.
That's a pretty good guess, but it's wrong.
No, my guess would be Ann Richards was our governor for quite a while.
Yeah, no. This was, I think, right before her. Or maybe, must have been before. Or maybe after. It was Mark White.
Oh, yeah.
Mark White.
He was only one or two terms.
Yeah, he was a weenie.
Yeah, he wasn't a long timer.
No.
Ann Richards was in there. Of course, Perry was in there forever.
Yeah.
And then W.
Ann Richards was funny.
But regardless, the point is that I think all of us were messy prior to this.
I wasn't. I was.
I'm telling you, I was.
Kidding.
I'd go down the road and just chunk stuff out the window. Didn't even think twice about it. Now, we had a concurrent campaign from the U.S., and what was that called?
Keep America Beautiful.
Now, was that the one where it was a Native American, the old Native American? He was standing there, and the tear was rolling down his eye. You remember that?
I do, and I think we've talked about that before.
That was powerful.
That was.
Because it's this old Indian.
Right.
And you've got him, and basically he's looking at how he's got pride in the land and whatever.
But see, that seems like that was before. That seems like that was from the 70s.
I think it was.
Don't you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that Indian crying, that old man Indian crying.
I'll look it up.
Gosh.
I'll look it up.
It was powerful.
Yeah, but this does say that during this time, Keep America Beautiful was the campaign across the U.S. Yeah, it was the Indian guy.
That was him?
the guy. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the Keep America Beautiful campaign.
It was just him, and he's looking at all these trashy youngsters, and he just got the tear roll. It just made me just want to boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
But, I guess Texas felt like they needed to have a little more edge to it, right?
Yeah.
Than just saying, please keep America beautiful and, let's not make the Native Americans cry. Texas is like, whatever. Give me another cheeseburger.
Yeah, yeah. So clearly, because there was a debate that we should say please in this campaign.
Well, in this article that's talking about the marketing campaign, right? They were working with, it's the Texas Department of Transportation that actually, kind of owns the copyright to all this and drove the campaign. And so they were working with the marketing firm. And one of the, I guess one of the females from the marketing firm, I believe it was, she was like, well, the campaign Keep America Beautiful, this is super like in your face. Can we at least say please? Like, please don't mess with Texas.
So great.
And apparently that didn't go over too well. Like, no, that's the point, is to be edgy, in your face.
Yeah, pure Texas.
Yeah. Don't mess with Texas.
That's right. No, that's good. And so it came off, and of course Texas just rallied behind it, and still does. I mean, it's such a great phrase for Texas.
It's perfect for Texas. Because it kind of encapsulates that Texas attitude.
Right.
And, I even kind of forgot the origins of it too, because now it's just used as a general purpose term.
That's right. Versus littering. It's just...
Right. People just think that it's been around, since Sandy Annie days, as you would say. But it really hasn't.
That's right. It's only 85. It came on. But the state was spending about $20 million every year prior to that on cleanup activities. Now, I'm sure that we probably spend, with cost of living and growth and all that, we probably still spend at least that on litter pickup now. Mm-hmm. But I think it had a radical reduction. Between 86 and 90, there was 72% reduction in litter that happened after that. So
wow.
I'd say 72%.
Does that include like the cigarette butts?
No, I don't.
People, I think, still flick cigarette crap out the window.
I think they still do that all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be driving along and I still see people
smoke
flicking
some cigarettes, have some chicken fried steak, and then drink some beer.
And you flick them out your window when you're driving along.
Yeah. No, I don't do that. No.
No, I'm just kidding.
And now you just see this kind of cloud. I mean, people will open up their window and this cloud of vape juice comes out.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like at a stoplight?
Yes, it's so
where somebody
obnoxious.
will just kind of blow a vape trail out, and it's like Cheech and Chong.
Exactly. And every car behind is, covered in a vape cloud.
That's right. That's right. So
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But back to this.
Don't vape in Texas. Maybe that's the next campaign.
It should be. That should be the next campaign. I don't know if that'll take off like this one did, but regardless. But Don't Mess with Texas came up in 1985, and we had a ton of celebrities. So let's get into the celebrities that really got behind it, because it seems all of them did. All of our Texas-based celebrities, whether you're athlete or singer or Willie Nelson or Matthew McConaughey or whatever, they all got behind this. And I don't know if they got paid for it or not, but, I mean, there is a ton. So you got McConaughey, you got Lance Armstrong, and I mean, it's good, bad, or ugly. People may run, people loved Lance Armstrong before he got decrowned, I guess.
Yeah.
But we got a ton of people. So what do you have up? Because I want to hear some of the...
Well, okay, so the very first one that ever aired was during the 1986 Cotton Bowl game.
Right.
Okay.
So good.
And I'll play this one. So this was the first ad.
Okay.
Each year, we spend over $20 million picking up trash along our Texas highways.
Trash.
Messing with Texas isn't just an insult to the Lone Star State. It's a crime.
Don't mess with Texas.
That's Stevie Ray.
You know what song he's playing there?
The eyes of Texas are upon you, baby.
Right. So you know the irony of that. Okay. So the 86, so that's the, that is an older song, obviously, Eyes of Texas upon you, but that's also the spirit song for University of Texas.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was thought through or not, or if anybody even cared, but the Cotton Bowl that year was actually Texas A&M versus Auburn.
Oh, so Texas wasn't even in it.
No. So imagine the Aggies fan who's there, watching the Cotton Bowl. Then
so
here comes
offended.
Stevie Ray Vaughan playing the spirit song for
the
UT.
UT song.
I don't know if they took it that way or not.
Well, I'm sure they did.
But that was the year that Texas A&M beat Auburn. Bo Jackson got shut down on 2 4th-and-1 plays, and they kind of just, Cinderella story. They crushed Auburn.
Yeah.
And so that aired. That was the very first one that ever aired.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
it's really cool because you see a flag in the background. You see Stevie Ray Vaughan just kind of playing, slide, and then he just kind of looks up and he just says, "Don't mess with Texas," and then he just keeps on playing. Yeah,
Stevie
really
Ray.
cool.
He was
really
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, but then my favorite one. I mean, there's basically every star in the world has sang a song or talked about "Don't Mess with Texas." But I think my favorite one that I watched was that Matthew McConaughey one.
That came out in 2000.
That's 2000?
Yeah, and it got banned.
And so we probably can't the video. It doesn't come across in audio.
Yeah, it wouldn't do any good to play the audio. You just got to tell the story.
Okay, so the story is, and I just watched it, and it's hilarious. So if you're able to go watch it, go look at the banned video from Matthew McConaughey on "Don't Mess with Texas," and it says banned.
Right.
And it was banned because I guess it was too violent.
Right.
But it's McConaughey sitting basically up on a hillside or something with a blow dart gun, and he's all in camo and whatever. And so there's this guy, this chump that's in a truck or car or something, and he throws out a Whataburger cup or something. And McConaughey's breathing in as deep as he can get, and he blows that blow dart out. And it's one of those long kind of African voodoo blow dart guns. And he blows out this 4-foot blow dart gun and shoots it right in this guy's arm. And he collapses over on his steering wheel. And then the next thing you see is McConaughey running down there like a little banshee. And and then the guy wakes up and he's got a tattoo on his forehead. It said, "Messed with Texas." It's so great.
I don't know why they would ban that. That's
I don't
not
either.
too violent. That's
just funny.
I know. That's typical Matthew McConaughey.
And he gets the point across. So I love that one. But what about, so we got George and Willie's son and all this other.
Yeah. There's a funny one with George, and I didn't, George Strait.
Yeah.
I didn't capture the audio on this because it's not really him singing at all. I don't know if you had a chance to watch that.
No, is he just talking?
No, he's in a director's chair. And it's
Oh.
kind of like they're pretending like they're setting up, for him to do a "Don't Mess with Texas" spot, right? So
Oh.
he's just kind of sitting there with those director chairs.
Yeah.
All these staff are running around, right? And there's this, obnoxious director, and he's like, well, you're going to sing this? And George is just looking at him. Then he pulls out this obnoxious pair of boots. He's like, well, maybe you should wear these, because, and they're like red, white, and blue, "Don't Mess with Texas," boots and all this crap. And this guy's just all over him. And finally, George Strait just shuts down the whole thing. And he says, "Let me just do it right now." And he just looks at the camera and says, "Don't mess with Texas," and that's it.
Well, that's all you need to say.
And then the director's like, "Okay, that's a cut. That's a wrap."
Yeah, if King George says it, everybody will be like, "Yeah, okay, we're not going to do that."
That was a great one too. I don't know what year that was though. I need to look that one up.
That's great.
That was good.
And then you got play that one with Willie though. You got that one loaded up?
Yeah. So, let me play it. Well, let me tell the backstory first. Okay. So Willie did them, back in the '80s too. Like everybody else, and he had a version of one of his songs for the 30th anniversary, which was in 2015.
Oh yeah.
Or 2016, whatever it was. They actually had Luke Nelson, Willie's son, do a spot.
I'll be.
And which is really cool. So this is a mashup of both Luke's version and Willie's version kind of mashed up together.
Okay.
So you can listen to this.
Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas.
Don't let 'em throw cans from them old pickup trucks. Don't let 'em throw bottles and papers and such. Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas.
I tell you, I do love Willie.
Keep your trash off the road, she's a fine yellow rose. Treat Texas like someone you love.
Treat
I tell you, I
Texas
do
like
love Willie.
someone you love.
What? I tell you, I do love Willie. I do love Willie. And apparently now I love Willie's son.
I pushed the button at the wrong time. Sorry about that. Yeah, so he sounds just like his dad, man.
My gosh, when you played that for me the first time, I thought that was Willie.
Yeah, so if we go back, the first voice is Luke.
Mamas, tell all your babies, don't mess with Texas.
Man.
And then it goes to Willie.
Don't let 'em throw cans from
This is
them
from the
old
80s.
pickup
Well, that's so
trucks.
distinct.
Don't let 'em throw
Yeah.
bottles and
Yeah.
papers and such.
But they still have...
Mama,
it's still
tell all
Willie.
your babies,
Well, so that's
don't
a
mess
knock
with
on
Texas.
Keep your trash off the road.
And that's Luke.
She's a fine yellow rose. Treat Texas like someone you love.
Treat Texas like someone you love.
Oh, that's good. And that's that Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys.
Right.
Which is a great song. So that's great.
Which I've had in my head all day after listening to that.
Oh, yeah?
So I was up there, had to dig out the Christmas tree, and I'm up there singing, Mamas, don't let your babies grow up, we cowboys. Kendra's like, shut up.
I'd like to hear the Pops and Crackles guy sing Willie. Can you make that happen?
How would that work?
I don't know, but I kind of like the Pops and Crackles guy.
It's the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, make him.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up.
Yeah, do that. That's
Grow
a
up
good
to be
one.
scientists. Yeah.
No, that's a good one. And then
Don't mess with Texas.
the most famous one probably is the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
At least for me, anyway. That's the one that I seem like I've heard the most.
Yeah, because we heard that for decades, and the Thunderbirds. Yeah, this one.
This is a good video, too.
Great video. Great commercial.
Zooming down the highway, and you got a heavy load. Don't you trash that Texas highway. Don't you throw it in the road. Don't you mess with Texas. Don't you mess with.
I think that song was a hit at the time. It's Tough Enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great. But
Tough enough.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
as much. Now, I'll tell you what. So I went off the chain on this one and talk about doing my PhD dissertation. I went off on landfills and dumps and the amount of waste that Texans generate. And I'm just not going to mess with it because
You're not going to mess with it.
It's just too much. But I'll tell you, that in itself is pretty ridiculous because we as Texans, I mean, if you think about just kind of public health and the amount of trash and refuse that we create
We'll
as
save
Texans.
that for an episode when Andrew's here. We're gonna put him to
That
sleep.
could be the Andrew Sleeper episode. We just got it, babe. Okay, I love it. So, yeah,
man.
Get ready for Trash in Texas as my third episode of a recording so I can put Andrew to sleep.
Trends in public waste.
That's a great one. I'm going to research the crap out of that one. Okay. So, yeah, okay. I'm going to hold that, but that ought to be thrilling.
One thing I thought was cool is that, I mean, this thing continues on every year.
Yeah.
They, I think last year they kind of did this open source contest where people submitted songs, right? So rather than having some famous, thing, they had a bunch of people submit, and this one girl won an award for the best song, and now she gets airplay all over the place. That's cool.
That is good.
And then I found out, and I didn't even know this until I was looking at this stuff, they have a scholarship program.
I didn't know that.
They do. Yeah, it's the Don't Mess with Texas scholarship, and it's a contest every year, and it recognizes achievements of high school seniors who've taken leadership role to prevent litter in their school or their community.
Wow.
And so this year they gave out several, these are like $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 scholarships for
That's good.
People that have kind of demonstrated leadership there. So I thought it was really cool.
I do see that. So in 2019, they gave away a scholarship to a young man in Bernie.
Burn.
It's not Burn.
It's pronounced Burn.
I'm telling you. I've been down there my whole life. Bernie is just northwest of San Antonio.
I'm telling you, it's pronounced Burn.
I'm telling you, you're wrong.
You're absolutely
It's in Bernie.
This will be an episode. How do you pronounce Burn, Texas?
It's not.
It's not Bernie.
Look it
Come
up.
on.
Look it up from I know how to speak Texan.com
Hi.
because
Got a small favor to ask of you.
Bernie.
Please add your name to say
anyway,
you support our
so
campaign.
a young man got some money in Bernie. Another
Bernie.
It's oh my gosh, seriously, you're talking like a Yankee right now. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's not Burn. Oh my Lord. There's another young lady in Pearland, another man and a young man in Burleson, and then I don't know if Cameron is a young man or woman, but regardless, Cameron got another scholarship, and that's a Dallas person.
And that's in Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. And the Don't Mess with Texas.org. You just trying to pull me off sides on that one?
I'm not.
You were too.
No, I'm not.
Oh my gosh! All four of our listeners weigh
Bernie.
in. Give it a -5-star rating on this because Kevin doesn't know how to say Bernie. That's just offensive. Sorry, San Antonio. Sorry, Bernie. That's ridiculous. Anyway, hey, this is good stuff. But Don't Mess with Texas is a fantastic tagline, a great campaign, and it's still going. And I think we're cleaner for it. So let's keep Texas beautiful and quit.
No, not keep Texas beautiful.
Well, no, it says in partnership with Keep Texas Beautiful. I guess that's
what's that?
I don't know. It must be the Keep America Beautiful, and we have a subsidiary organization, and that's in partnership with Don't Mess with Texas.
Oh,
so there's a Keep Texas Beautiful. And then I bet it's in cahoots with the national deal. Would be my guess. But anyway, this don'tmesswithtexas.org website is fantastic. It looks like a really good education and a good history of the campaign and all that. So.
Yep. One of the most successful marketing campaigns in history, probably.
History
Think about it.
Of people.
Yeah, right up there next to the Bluebell Country Day.
And Bernie, Texas. Bernie, Texas is the best.
Is this Bernie's hometown? Bernie, Texas?
We appreciate very much Maggie the cow for being here. We appreciate
Maggie the cow.
All
right. Hey, thank y'all for listening. Hope y'all have a great week.
And don't mess with Texas. Adios.
Don't mess with Bernie.
Bye.